doctor who is par excellence, named Dr. Abby November, and I give you Dr. Abby November.
Yay!
Well, most people would say, how are you feeling? But I don't give a shit. I'm not getting a copay from you, am I? Anyway, my grandkids call me Dr. Bubby. And
I don't know. I've got bupkis.
now, that was her diagnosis. I want to say a big shout out to Sexy Mark. I think he's hot. I'm a lot older than most of you here. I even have my baby sister, Dr. Margie, in the audience. I am a doctor. I lost my license. It was a technicality, Caleb. You know, I did something to the wrong patient. I fixed it, Lisa, don't worry. Paid for the plastic surgery, but some people are so fussy. So I don't do that anymore. I just talk to you schmucks. I mean, I just do lectures and I write. Yes, I do know how to write. And Amazon has sold out my first book, Mark. I know you were waiting for me to have the book signing in DC. You'll have to wait for the second book. The first book is out. It's called Lube It or Lose It, Sexuality from Puberty Till You Plots. If you don't know what plots is, ask Mark or any other lunch mutt and a member of the tribe. Yes, and that's very important because we all have sexual needs and we're all human beings, most of us, and maybe some orange people aren't, but anyway, I have to tell you, I don't care if you're trans, if you're gay, if you're not happy, if you're lesbian, a wrinkled old lady like myself, we need lubrication. In fact, Mark has also known me, he knows me as Dr. Lube. I have a lube-mobile and I don't like to fly, so I go around the country giving lube. Anthony, it's true, everybody needs lube, but I don't want you to spend money on things like Replens and KY Jelly and Astroglide. Use the inexpensive product, Nature's Way. And let me tell you, if you live in the deep South, God save your soul. No, I don't mean anything by that, but I'm old, I'm allowed. Anyway, have no filters at all. There are no filters in this doctor. And if you live in the deep South, lard makes an excellent. What I would recommend is that you heat it. Take a baby bathtub, heat it up, and then expose all your orifices to it. Do I have to explain what an orifice is? I don't think so. You all look very intelligent. Well, maybe one or two don't, but anyway, use that lard, warm it up. And you know, if there's any left over, it makes a hell of a pie crust and a flaky biscuit. There's nothing like it, right, Jared? Jared can't listen to me because he's sitting there smiling. I want to tell you, he's sitting there and smiling, but I know he is playing with Mr. Happy. And this is another book. It's a children's book, but it's not what you think, but it's about Mr. Happy. I recommend it for engagement parties, divorce parties. Mr. Happy is always a bestseller. And here's my little mini me.
Don't forget to call your bubby.
Right? Have you called your bubby or your mommy? You must do that. Anyway, I was back to lubrication. Ray is you're waiting for me to tell you about lubrication. He's thinking, how can this this doctor, this erudite doctor, that's a big word because, I got titles. Anyway, the other thing is if you live in the Midwest, or maybe if you're Italian, use olive oil. Ray, bathe in it. Any bald people here? Rub your head with it. Use it as a deodorant. Yes, Caleb, it would help. Just bathe in it. Caleb, I think the lard would work better for you. But anyway, that was an excellent, and whatever's left over makes a great salad dressing. Now, I am Jewish. I don't know how you can tell, but I come from New York, therefore. And chicken fat. Chicken fat is wonderful. You have to heat it up, right? Dr. Margie is agreeing. You put it in a big bathtub, heat it up, Caleb, then bathe in this hot chicken. Well, not too hot. I don't want you to get 3rd-degree burns, but bathe in it. Oh, get every inch of you all lubricated, because lubrication is number one. And then if there's anything left over the chicken fat, Mark, make chicken soup, because we know that that is Jewish penicillin. It's going to cure what ails you. So that's the first book. And there are other things besides lubrication. What? I don't know. But the second book it's in, Margie, it's in the press right now. It's 60 Shades of Super Senior Sex. It's just because thank you. Just because there's gray on the roof, you know there's a fire below. And as my mother, Marjorie, as our mother, she was talking about sex, Anthony. You know what she called it? She says, I got to tell you about that business down there. I said, athlete's foot? She said, no, higher. I said, water on the knee? No, higher.
Higher.
I said, well, I don't know. I'm only 18. I don't know. So she said, ask your sister. Well, she didn't know shit. She had 5 kids. I don't know. I don't know how. Anyway, so I don't know what I was saying with that, but sexuality is very important for old people too. Patrice, don't you think so? Yeah, she's my girl over there, right? We're going to hit some of the high spots in DC. Because just because we're a little gray or a little wrinkled or, and you can't see my wrinkles, I'm sitting on them. But actually, Patrice, I'm sitting on Depends. And I want to tell you that it's very important that even if you're wearing Depends, you can still have sex. Just remember, Lisa, pull down the diaper first, right? Patrice, you're my woman. I have to tell you, that I opened because I was fired because I don't have a job. I opened a shop called Psalms and Thongs. It's downtown San Diego and it's religious erotica. And I also said, you will find my sexy lingerie. I have a whole line for senior women. Lisa, you're too young for that, but it's black lace Depends with matching bras. So those girls don't have to be on your knees. They would be, you just lift them up. Black lace bra, it's really sexy. And then I have, because I'm equal opportunity, I have crotchless burqas and in different colors. So the Muslim women don't have to have the boring black burqas. They'll have camouflage and red. And then for my Jewish clients, I have gefilte flavored douche. You know, this is a religious erotica. Patrice, it's an acquired taste. And I love talking about sexuality because you're never too old. As my mother said, our mother said, Margie, a man can have a child anytime. I guess she meant because they make sperm all the time. Look at Charlie Chaplin. But a woman, your eggs are getting old. So for the first 20 years of my life, I thought my eggs were scrambled. And I'm getting the light. I think she's giving me the liking for. Not only am I deaf, I wear hearing aids, but I can't see half the time. So I just want to leave you. I got lots more about my books, but I have to tell you about my brilliant grandson, Mark. You didn't hear this. You got to listen, Mark. Stop playing with it. And I'm in the pool at a condo. My grandson says, Bubby, what are those blue lines on your legs? I said, oh my God, I was ready for this. I said, you know how I get lost in San Diego? I had the map of San Diego tattooed on my legs. Up here is where the zoo is. That's a great zoo. Down here is the pool. And down there where it's smelly and moist is Tijuana. And that is my time. I'm Dr. Abby. I bless you all. Remember, the shortest distance between two people, Lisa, is a smile. Keep laughing, keep smiling.